First opened in 2017. Here's a look inside the one-of-a-kind setting for football. That is Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, the home of the Falcons. The punter, Bradley Pinion, will handle kickoff duties. And off we go here in Atlanta. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Here we go, set.
That's out wide to try the tight end screen. Into space at the 45. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
These were the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
In motion now is White. On first and 10, here's Love. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. The extra point, up and good. And the Packers will race out to a quick 7-0 edge. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. Penix going to throw right away. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Penix. He fires downfield for Pitts. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. They'll run, and here's the rookie from Notre Dame. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. They put Wilson in motion.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And It wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
2nd down and 8. Pitts is the man in motion. On 2nd down, here's Penix.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Let's go. Trap 60, trap 60. Cup 19, cup 19.
Penix on 3rd down. That's hauled in at the 2. And this won't be a touchdown, but it will be a 1st down as they're able to get the conversion and set up 1st and goal. From the gun, here is Penix. And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up 2nd and goal.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Here comes a return from the end zone. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. In motion now is White. On 1st down, it's Love. Catch is made by Romeo Doubs. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
Love to throw it on 1st down. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
In motion now is White. Love to throw on 1st and 10. That's caught on the right side by Sutton.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Love. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Out of of the shotgun. It's Love. This one complete to Sutton. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up fourth down.
This is a really popular concept on third down. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. They call it mesh routes or drag routes. They want to create some traffic in the middle of the field and pop the receiver out the backside of the defense. They give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. They rallied to the ball and keeps them short from picking up the first down.
And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for the fourth and long will end up in a turnover on downs. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. To the right, that's Pitts. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
On first down, it's Penix. He finds Darnell Mooney for the catch. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
Cowboy 80.
To throw is Penix. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be second and goal. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Third and goal coming up.
So on second down, they try to hammer it in on the ground, Mike, but now on third and goal, I don't think you had any choice but to put this ball in your quarterback's hands and test this defense through the air.
On third and goal, it's Penix. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Trap 60, trap 60. Come 19, 79 Broncos. Ready.
Fourth down, and here's Penix.
What?
And this will
Huh?
pay off. It is caught. Garrett Wilson. Touchdown Falcons. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, first and 10. Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Back to 60, let's go. 60 by 6, 60 by 6. Hey, 19 Lions.
They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
19 Tiger.
They'll run with Jacobs. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. Two minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back to Atlanta in a moment. Here's a 2nd and 6. Dobbs headed in motion. On second down, Love. The catch made there by Sutton. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Now Love. That complete to Jacobs. He'll get it inside the 20. And he will not make it to the end zone, but he's down inside the 5-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
A chance here to draw level before the break. It's 1st and goal. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. That's timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. Here's a designed run. And he will do it himself. He's in. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers. The extra point is good. And the Packers will tie things up. We are all even at 14. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Warriors 70. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll throw. It's Penix. Crushed. It's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep this one on the ground. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Packers going to use their final timeout now, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Oh my God, you fucking sad.
And he's not going to get anything out of this one. They force him laterally out of bounds. No gain on the return. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Both teams look good on the offensive side in the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. The return team... One go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Ready.
Mooney in motion.
Check 59, check 59, Cobra. 13 next. Check 58. There goes it.
Gino now on 1st and 10. A toss, left side, caught by his running back.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Jack's left. 13 next.
Throwing on 2nd down. Smith. Nowhere to get away, and he's good. Rashawn Gary, former Michigan Wolverine, in there to take him down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
On 3rd down, Penix. And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. 2nd and a yard. Once again, it's Jacobs. He's going to have a Packers 1st down. He's up to the 45-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
And a nice defensive play there coming through to make the play in the backfield. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They send Sutton in motion. Play clock has expired. They're not going to get this one off on top. They'll put a receiver in motion right. Throwing on 2nd down, Love. Oh, he pops up the football.
This game is so bad, bro.
By the Falcons.
So bad. So bad.
Every team in the
Dude,
league,
it was
they
a
work on
forward
scoop
throw.
and score, and they got the scoop part
my
right.
God.
I'll tell you what, he had a lot of lead blockers out in front of him.
Dude,
They were
was a
trying to get their
forward
buddy into the
throw.
end zone for 6, but he's going to come up just short. But his offense now trots on the field on the doorstep of the goal line in prime position to come away.
See, that's
Take
how.
this
See,
one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
On 1st and 10, here comes Jacobs. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Well, as you can see on this run, this is a back who is not going to shy away from contact. He actually welcomes it. His ability to run through contact, break tackles, and still have the speed and burst to pick up big yards.
We'll try and set up the tight end screen. Last play got 15. This one gains 15. And another first down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Here we go, sack. Cut up. Go.
Now, former Georgia Bulldog back in his home state. It's Nick Chubb.
I was down, dude. Come on, game. Keep down.
But the ball is out.
He was down.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time,
He's
Mike, is
down.
you can't.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble.
Here we go. Hit the street.
Now the Georgia Bulldog. Here's Nick Chubb. And he's in. Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Green Bay.
That's a heck of a run right there, and I can't tell you, Mike, how many running backs coaches I've heard over the years say, your responsibility with the ball is to make the first guy miss. We can't block everybody on the field. That's the role of a good running back, and you see it here. All it takes is one.
All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
70 Timberwolf. Check. Hurt. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Ready?
From the gun, it's Penix. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. It's 2nd down.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is third down. From the gun, here is Penix. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And he looks up, and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. In motion now is White. On 1st and 10, here's Love. He'll air it out down the middle.
Dude, what?
Incomplete.
Oh, okay, game.
In the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in, because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
A second down throw for Love. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. It's out wide to try the tight end screen. And he will have the first down. He caught it short of the lines of game, but knows right where that marker is, and he's able to pick up that first down. That's complete on the tight end screen. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Green Bay first down. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
A ball deep for the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Packers. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Now the try here for the point after. He's got it. And the Packers go up by 7. 28-21. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On 1st and 10, it's Penix. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson there. And it'll bring up second down.
Ready? Hey, check that. Street. 7 Pirates. Big Lion. Ready?
Back to throw. Here's Penix.
Dude,
And he's downfield to the tight end pitch.
like that. See, that.
And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. Now the lefty Penix on first down. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Again, it's Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. He's got it at the 3.
Wow.
And the Falcons are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Dude, that should have
And
been
a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3.
That should have been blown up. That
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Now, second and goal.
Here we go.
They'll run the sneak, and he will drive his way into the end zone. Michael Penix, touchdown Falcon.
Yeah.
That is second touchdown of the afternoon.
Well, there's still some time remaining, but what a sequence of events here, Mike. I mean, late in the game, they get the touchdown that they needed to tie it, and now they can take the lead with the extra point.
And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. This is 1st and 10. They'll go with Jacobs. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, 4th quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
And he proves tough to bring down. Good running across midfield. A gain of 8 that time. They'll come up now for second down. Here's Jacobs. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Second and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
And he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 4. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. The clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the game. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Dobbs headed in motion. They'll drop to throw. And that is
touchdown.
In this situation, Mike, with time running down, an
That
incompletion
was
here
a
is
touchdown.
not the worst thing in the world. Remember, you're already well within scoring range. Now you're just trying to get as close as possible. You can't take a sack, and of course you can't turn it over. So if it's not there, just throw it away.
So now, a big spot coming here. This a potential game winner.
I'm done, dude. Fuck this game. Fuck this game, dude. Fuck this game.
And now, what can the other guys do in the final minute to avoid overtime?
Man, screw us over.
They'll come up for 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just 1 more play. Here's a big one. This 3rd down. Here we go. 1 final play. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That ball intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Surtain. And it's a big play there to secure the football. And we are headed to overtime. So, overtime coming up, not a playoff game. So, a quick reminder of the rules. Each team gets 1 possession unless the opening possession is a touchdown. Then it's game over. Any defensive score ends the game. Each team gets a couple of timeouts, and all replays come from upstairs. If the first OT ends in a tie, so does the game.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
4 quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. In motion now is White. Love to throw it on 1st down. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. In motion now is White. On 2nd down, Love.
You gotta catch that, dude. You gotta catch that, bro. You gotta catch that, bro.
Was the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
In motion now is White. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love.
Dude, alright, this is bullshit,
That is
bro.
incomplete.
It's two
this is
straight
bullshit.
plays now where this secondary has won their matchup, and right now the offense needs to find some plays that just call for easy completions. Get your wide receivers in space. Allow them to run after the catch, because right now these downfield passes, the defense is all over them.
In motion now is White. On fourth down, Love. That is hard. Down the field, he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A huge play there in overtime. And even 30 yards. Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout.
Hold the ready. Tag. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Running is Jacobs.
Oh, nice block, dude.
Stopped
Asshole.
in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. Here's a 2nd and 12. That's a timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second. They send Sutton in motion. From the gun, it's Love. That complete to Jacobs. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play. They send Sutton in motion. Love. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
Let's go now.
And
Damn
some
it, that's
problems
a
communicating
block.
on third down, and that's going to be a delay. So a much more difficult scenario now. It is 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love.
Oh my god, dude,
And
this
it
is
is
bullshit, bro.
incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver, and it's going to lead to 4th down.
So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back and on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
This kick is good. He knocks it through. And they get the upper hand as they take the lead to start overtime.
Of course they would have loved to finish this with a touchdown, of course. But this is the next best thing. You come out here in overtime, you get the early lead going up by 3, and now you put it on your defense. Can they come up with one stop to win this football game?
At their own 30-yard line.
Now a first throw here in overtime.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Penix. He fires downfield for Pitts. And it's intercepted. That ought to seal it. Picked off by Jacorian Bennett. And the Packers are going to take over once again at their 37-yard line.
Mike, at this point in the game, you just can't make that mistake. But at the same time, give credit to this defense. They continue to come up big, and no play bigger than that interception. And you can bet, if this game ends now, that guy's going to find himself with a game ball.
So, it's a win here for the visiting Packers. This was a close-fought game. They were able to get themselves into field goal range here at OT. And the final kick sailed through the uprights to finally close out this victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.